Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, most importantly, turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The High Court of the Federal Capital Territory FCT Maitama has granted bail to the suspended senator representing Kogi Central, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan, in the sum of 15 million naira. Justice Chizoba Oji, who delivered the ruling on Thursday, rejected the federal government's request to remand the embattled lawmaker in prison custody pending trial, when it's not a criminal case. It's not like she killed somebody. Anyway, moving on. Ruling on the bail application, Justice Oji ordered that there was no substantial reason to deny the defendant her right to bail, noting that she had demonstrated a willingness to appear and face trial. And in addition to the 15 million naira bail bond, the court ordered that Akpoti-Uduaghan must present one surety, a person of integrity who owns the landed property within Abuja. The judge cited Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution as amended and Section 163 and 165 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 as the legal basis for granting bail. The trial has now been adjourned to September 23rd. The lawmaker is being prosecuted by the federal government on a 3-count charge of alleged defamation and false accusations against Senate President AKPABIO and former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello. In the case marked CR 29725, the government alleged that the senator falsely claimed during an April 3, 2025 live appearance on Politics Today Channels television that both men were plotting to assassinate her. According to the charge sheet, her statement amounted to imputation, knowing or having reason to believe that such imputation will harm the reputation of a person, a violation of Section 391 of the Penal Code, Cap 89, Laws of a Federation, 1990, and punishable under Section 392. The prosecution has listed 6 witnesses to testify, including Senate President AKPABIO, former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, 2 investigating police officers, Maya Eliye and Abdul Hafiz Gaba, Senator Azuko Ekpeyong, Sandra Duru, who allegedly received a separate defamatory remark from the senator. In a separate charge, Akpoti-Uduaghan is accused of stating during a private conversation with Duru that the organs of late Inuebong Emorin were vested for a Sikh politician's wife to claim the FG says was knowingly false and damaging to Akpabio's reputation. The arraignment comes amid the senator's legal challenge against a 6-month suspension by the Senate following a heated exchange with the Senate President during a February 20 plenary session. Akpoti-Uduaghan, who had protested the reassignment of her Senate seat, was referred to the Ethics Committee after persistently raising a point of order despite being ruled out of order by Akpabio. She later claimed in a February 28 interview that her problems with the Senate leadership began after she rejected unwanted advances from the Senate President, a claim now central to her broader legal battle. The Federal High Court in Abuja is expected to deliver a ruling on the legality of her suspension on June 27. You all, let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. What do you think about this case that was initiated by the federal government? I feel like, this case was just initiated, in solidarity and in support of their party member. Because, like I said, I've said it before, I don't know what's to concern federal government, defamatory suit against Akpabio and Yahaya. Why is it the federal government that is carrying it on their head to sue against a senator? It's just so pathetic at this point. But let me have your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that Natasha can win this case? Because it seems like this has been signed, sealed, and just almost delivered. Let me have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Ashiwaju says, as a leader or someone in position of authority, you need to bridle your mouth and don't talk too much to avoid using your mouth to dig your own grave. Almighty says, did she come with any evidence to prove her case? We'll find out very soon, Nabi. Palliative says, ordinary apology on why she disobeyed Senate rules. She was running her mouth, speaking grammar, forgetting that a stubborn child that refuses to listen will always have his ears cut off. Fact says, she will provide as many evidences as she said. Anything less than that, she's finished. This serves her right. Okay, let her provide evidence for her claim. Confrontation says, congratulations, my distinguished senator. No evil fashioned against you shall prosper. Another comment here from Rasta says, this woman doesn't have any evidence to back her case. Too bad for those defending her. Another person by the name Omari responded to that comment by saying, who told you she has no evidence to prove her case? What bothers Nigerians is the involvement of the federal government in the matter. The federal government is supposed to be an beater, but it has taken sides. This is indeed unfortunate. Another commenter from Uche says, AKPABIO, should be the one going to court, not federal government, as in this is APC unnecessary game, as in it's just like the federal government deciding with APC on this. I think it's because both Yaya Bello and AKPABIO is a member of APC. That is why the federal government has taken it upon themselves, to defend the Senate president. This is APC unnecessary game. I just hope she has evidence. Federal government, EFCC, Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello wanted. Now, federal government is defending Yaya Bello. Isn't it nonsense? We have a comment here from Kayode who says, it's illogical and preemptive of the federal government of Nigeria to prosecute Natasha. It's undemocratic, it's oppressive, and to say the least, it is flying a kite. Why would the federal government be defending Senator AKPABIO, who was accused of harassment? Let him speak for himself. Abiodun Shegun says, the same Yahaya Bello the federal government is prosecuting for corruption is now the one federal government listed as a witness in this case, Wanda of APC. If Dr. Duru wasn't so sure of her conversation with her on the phone, the prosecutor wouldn't call her as a witness. Jamo says, the presiding judge just pitied her. She should try and change from her bad ways. She can't fight with federal government and win. Let's forget the fact that she's a lawyer. She's expected to know more. If she does not have evidence, this case is really going to be really tricky. If she actually does not have evidence, it's really going to be tricky. Because for you to actually accuse somebody of wanting to assassinate you, you must have concrete evidence to back it up. But if you are just coming out to accuse him based off of the fact that your security was withdrawn, and that automatically means that he wants to assassinate you, then she must have a very good lawyer, to prove her point. James Adeni says, injustice, Oji, remember that Supreme, able God, will also judge at the end of injustice duty, because you people play politics in the chamber of evil men, punishing common man. God is watching bad people, born by same party and one evil mind. So he says, how come the federal government of Nigeria that is prosecuting her, so those accused can go to court and face her? This APC-led federal government self. Collins says, is the alleged defamation of a Senate president and former Kogi governor not a civil matter under our law? Is it the president or a governor that she defamed that makes it criminal? Even those ones are defamed every now and then and they move on. Nigeria, who do us this thing? Who do us like this? Nigeria, my country. You all, let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.